We've all seen 1,000 Hawaii travel hacks online, but which ones actually work? In this episode, you'll discover 9 proven travel hacks that can help you save money, avoid crowds, and make your trip to Hawaii smoother and more authentic. Welcome to Hawaii's Best, the podcast helping you plan an unforgettable Hawaii vacation with practical tips. I'm your host, Bryan, and if you're new here, every week I share real travel advice and stories that help you experience Hawaii and not just visit it. Today, we're talking about 9 Hawaii travel hacks that actually work, not just the recycled ones that you see on Instagram, TikTok, a travel blog, but the real hacks that can actually save you money, save you some time, and overall just help your trip be less stressful. Before we get into it though, here's what's happening in Hawaii travel news right now. The biggest thing is the federal shutdown, and I want to give you an update on that. As of October 1st, 2025, the U.S. is in a federal shutdown. I'm sure if you're in the U.S., you are aware of this. Good news in all of this is that flights, airports, and hotels across Hawaii are still operating normally as of now. The Hawaii Tourism Authority put out and they say that there's no reason to cancel your trip right now or change anything. However, Haleakala National Park on Maui and Hawaii Volcanoes National Park on the Big Island of Hawaii do have limited access right now. Some visitor centers are closed and ranger-led programs are paused. I went into this more in detail back on episode 186, and I'll link that below in the show notes for you. Make sure to go listen to that after all of this. But bottom line is stay flexible, check park alerts for, updated info before heading out. Maybe swap your national parks you wanted to visit for state or county parks. Those are still open. I would just encourage you to go to the link in the show notes below and listen to that episode. And within that, I link out to updated info that you can find for when you're traveling. All right, so let's get into the 9 Hawaii travel hacks that actually work. Starting with number 1 is use Shaka Guide. If you've been listening to the show for a while, you might remember having my friend on, Andrew Fowers. He's co-founder of Shaka Guide. He was on the show quite a few times, actually. He said something that stuck with me. He mentioned that we're not trying to replace tour guides. We just want to help people travel more with aloha. And that really resonates with me. And that's what Hawaii's Best is all about. So that's exactly what Shaka Guide does. I've used Shaka Guide many times. I've loved them. I've actually have worked with them for many years, not just in an affiliate role. I'm not even going to drop an affiliate link below just to show you I definitely use Shaka Guide and recommend them. So basically what Shaka Guide is, it's a GPS-based audio tour app that tells stories as you go from site to site. It shares local insights, things to do, not to do, things to try. And it even, plays Hawaiian music as you drive, which is pretty cool. It does work offline, which is huge for places like Waimea or any of the national parks. But you just want to make sure that you download those specific tours prior to traveling and not try to do it in the car. Some of the reviews have been frustrated because it didn't work. The biggest cause of that is not downloading that specific tour before you go out because cell reception across the islands can be spotty. So if you want to learn more about Shaka Guide, I will definitely drop that episode below. Hack number 2 is use Turo, but only when rental car agencies sell out. If you listened last spring, I think it was, you'll remember my conversation with Leilani and Jenna from Turo, and that chat kind of opened my eyes to how much this platform does help local families. And we saw that, especially after the Maui wildfires. So when traditional car rentals sell out, and they can sell out depending on the season and the island, especially, Maui or Kauai specifically, or they go to raise prices during those peak seasons, this is kind of where Turo shines. It's a peer-to-peer car sharing app where you can rent directly from local hosts. KITV News even reported that Turo filled Hawaii's rental shortages last year. So it's flexible. It can be cheaper when the rental car companies are raising their rates, and obviously if they're selling out, I found it to be a little bit more expensive if I'm not traveling during peak season, or if the inventory at the rental car company is good. I found Turo to be a bit more expensive, but it's a great option when those things aren't there. And what's cool is like you get to support locals directly. There's an asterisk next to that because you can tell if some of the hosts are local and if some of the hosts are not. It feels more like a business. You can tell if you get on the app and play around for a while, you can see if people have a whole fleet of cars that can kind of scream, just beware. Hack number 3, if you're staying on Oahu, is use the Holo card. This is one thing that a lot of visitors completely miss, and that's the Holo card. If you're spending any time on the island of Oahu, it's a $2 card. Is really one of the best deals that you can get in Hawaii. It works on both the bus and the new Skyline rail that connects from East Kapolei through Pearl Harbor and into downtown Honolulu. What's cool with this card is that you just tap it once and it automatically caps your total fare at $7.50 a day, no matter how many times you ride. If you explore Ala Moana, Kaka'ako, or even Pearl Harbor, you never have to pay more than that. You can grab one at ABC stores, 7-Elevens, or even at the airport. It's budget-friendly, better for traffic, and gives you a genuine taste of local life. You can check out honolulu.gov/holo for info. Travel hack number 4 is stay a block or two inland, away from the ocean. This might surprise you. Your goal might be to stay right on the water, but if you're staying on Oahu or Maui, booking just a block or two inland can save you 20 to 30% on your stay. I did this in Waikiki. I was about 2 blocks from the beach staying at Shoreline, which is a cool little boutique hotel, but still within walking distance around Waikiki. It was a great stay for my wife and I. Saved a couple $100 on that, and it didn't feel like we missed much. But I know it's great to stay on the water, but if you're looking to save some cash, this is definitely one of those options that actually work. I just want to pop in here and say if you found any value in listening to Hawaii's Best is to simply follow the podcast on the app you're using right now. If you're on Apple Podcasts, just tap that little follow button in the top right corner. It's that easy, and doing so helps more people like you who love Hawaii find the show. And now back to the episode. Hack number 5, don't forget your Costco card at home. Now, I talk a lot about how to support local, and really that's the heart of what I want to get across. But no matter how badly you want to, it's really hard to escape Costco, even in Hawaii. Costco has the best gas prices on all the islands. KHON2 News found that it's about 40 to 60% cheaper per gallon than anywhere else. And you can also grab some local finds there, from poke to chocolate macadamia nuts, Kono coffee. And if you're staying in a condo, hotel, or timeshare, usually has some type of kitchen. And this could save you some money by just cooking in, getting some stuff from Costco. So buy your gas and groceries at Costco if you're looking to save some money. It's probably one of the most practical hacks on this list, but don't forget your Costco card because every island has a Costco. And since we're talking about groceries, this kind of leads me to hack number 6 is get a grocery loyalty card. At Foodland, ask for a Maikai card. At Safeway, grab their club card. You don't need to have a local address, and you'll instantly save 20-40% on select groceries and poke bowls, which Foodland is the place to go for poke. So it's free, it's fast, it's kind of a no-brainer, and it's a hack that not a lot of people think about. Travel hack number 7 is kind of a survival gear. I'm not sure what to call it. Maybe a local survivor gear. This is a hack I've used and gotten from Reddit, actually. This is locals swear by it. It's, bring earplugs, especially if you're staying on Kauai. Those roosters, they're cool and they're interesting, but they don't care what time it is. So have some earplugs. If you're staying in Waikiki, it could be loud, a lot of traffic, a lot of sirens. So having earplugs could be important for you. Bring duct tape for quick fixes. You never know. Maybe you blow out a flip-flop or something like that. Also, reusable grocery bags. These are required in most of the counties. You're going to need to bring your own bag, or you're going to have to pay for bags as you're checking out. I know this isn't like a really slick hack, but this is the stuff that can save you headache, or just like, I wish I would have thought about that, especially bringing reusable grocery bags. That's definitely worth it. Hack number 8 is bring a small cooler or insulated tote. So your insulated tote can be part of the reusable bags that you bring, but to take it a step further, if you're doing a lot of long drives or spending a full day at the beach, pack a fold-up cooler. We have one of these, and it packs about, I would say it's a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger than like a messenger bag. So if you are doing some check bags, you can definitely, just put it at the bottom, and it will definitely come in handy, especially if you're on Hawaii Island and you're driving all the way from Kona all the way to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. You're definitely going to want to have some snacks along the way. We use this all the time, so definitely would recommend this. This is kind of one of those things. I never would have thought of that. All right, hack number 9 is use attraction passes strategically. Let me explain. So this one is all about planning smart. The Go City Oahu Pass, it can save you up to 40 to 50%, but only if you're hitting 3 or more paid attractions like PCC, Polynesian Cultural Center, snorkeling tours, or Pearl Harbor sites. But if you're mostly about beaches, hikes, you could skip the pass. But plan first, then decide if it's worth it. Just go ahead and search Go City Oahu Pass, and you'll be able to decide if it's worth it for you. All right, I want to give you a bonus hack, and that is to download the Go Hawaii app. As a member of the Hawaii Visitors and Convention Bureau, I thought it'd be good to recommend their app. And it's very useful, especially going back to how we started this episode about the federal shutdown. It gives you real-time updates about park closures, ocean conditions, safety alerts, and even cultural events nearby, which is kind of another hack. So I wanted to combine it in this one because you can get free hula shows throughout the islands. You just got to kind of know where to go for that, and this app can help with that. You can grab the app at gohawaii.com/travel-app. Don't worry, I'll put a link in the show notes below. It's really one of the easiest ways to stay prepared and to travel responsibly. All right, so that wraps it up. Just to recap real quick, use Shaka Guide for GPS audio tours. Number 2, use Turo when rental agencies sell out. Number 3, use the Holo card on Oahu. Number 4, stay a block or 2 inland to save on lodging. Number 5, don't forget your Costco card. Number 6, get grocery loyalty cards for instant savings. Number 7, pack a local survival gear, earplugs, duct tape, reusable bags. Number 8, bring a small cooler for beach days and road trips. Number 9, use attraction passes only if they fit your plan. And the bonus one, download the Go Hawaii app for real-time travel alerts. As I mentioned, you'll find everything linked in the show notes below. And if you found this episode helpful, which I hope you have, I would ask you just to hit the follow button on Apple Podcasts or follow on Spotify, wherever you are listening. All right. And until next time, my friend, as always, live with aloha. Mahalo for listening to this episode of Hawaii's Best. To stay up to date on future episodes, hit follow on your podcast app. Hawaii's Best is a production of Shorebreak Media Group with editing by Easy Podcast Solutions and music courtesy of our friends Stick Figure.